Los Angeles. Very, very exciting match. Anthony and Allan, both really great players here in SoCal. Good friends, so this happens in Pokemon a lot. You battle your friends.
It's very true. Should be very fun to watch at least. And one thing that's interesting is they both have very different playing styles from what I've seen. Like, just from what I've observed, and I don't think they have repeats on the team. Like usually you'll see Incineroar on both teams. I don't think there's anything like that on this.
I don't think so either. Alright, well, here we go. So, Allan comes in again with his Liepard, Salamence, Nihilego, Lele, Groudon, and Necrozma Dawn Wings. Or Dawn Wings Necrozma. Who knows?
It could go either way. They both work. And Anthony's got his Yveltal, Tapu Koko, Metagross, Amoonguss, Kyogre, and Incineroar. So yeah, no repeated mons here. A lot of very, again, similarities to the cats.
Hey kitties!
Each of them got a Tapu, each of them have possible Tailwind for Yveltal and Salamence. Yveltal's so unpredictable. You can go Tailwind, you can go for a bulkier set, so it's tough to notice that. There they go with the poses again, that each of them, both of them have it.
Same pose.
Same pose.
Alright, here we go, heading into game 1 of finals. Let's get live. And Allan coming out with the Liepard and Salamence. And Anthony bringing out his Amoonguss and Yveltal.
And now, you know, it's interesting here, both of these kind of serve similar purposes. Both Yveltal could go for Tailwind, it could be, like I said, bulky, but Yveltal has that option for Tailwind, and so does Salamence. Allan has Liepard, which is kind of a support Pokemon with the Fake Out, and a lot of other moves that we saw Fake Tears earlier, so I don't know. That could be interesting. Yeah, that was on stream earlier.
Allan!
And Anthony's kind of got a support mod and Amoonguss here too, so they're both similar but different roles at the same time. Yeah, Fake Tears.
But yeah, Amoonguss, you know, again, can just spore things.
Yeah, that's always
Everyone
threatening.
can take a nap. It actually would be very nice right
So
now.
I know, like sometimes it would be
You know
good,
what?
just not in battle.
So nice. Both of them taking their time. Allan running up against this move timer. Less than 10 seconds left to make a decision. I have faith, Allan. You can do it. Don't let it time out. And
He got it in the last second.
yep, got it in.
And we see Salamence Mega Evolve here, so definitely gaining some bulk, gaining some attack power here. It's very useful if you need to set up Tailwind, which first off, actually we're going to see a move protect.
Yep.
So doesn't want to get hit with a possible Hyper Voice or Double Edge. Liepard goes for Fake Out onto the Amoonguss, and Tailwind is going to pop up. And Yveltal now, let's see, it's just going for Dark DMZ right off the bat.
Yes, we are going very aggressive today from Anthony. And let's take a moment to see where this is gonna land. Black hole eclipse, like my heart. Into that poor Liepard.
And Liepard gets
Oh,
it's a crit too.
That is a crit, but onto a focus sash, meaning that Liepard is going to hang on with 1 HP. Liepard's just hanging out, you know?
It does. It's just like, I can take this, whatever.
I got 1 turn left. We're gonna make as many bad jokes as we can. I am not sorry, Miguel. That's how much Miguel loves me, is he's just ignoring me right now.
Well, if I were Anthony, I'd be feeling a bit stressed about that Amoonguss with Salamence on the field. You know, Hyper Voice could do a decent amount. Double Edge will probably knock it out. So I feel like that Amoonguss kind of has to get out a play here. Liepard, I don't know. Like I said, it's got Fake Tears. Oh!
Sucker Punch going into that Liepard, meaning Liepard is now off the field because it has fainted. Salamence going in for that Double Edge.
And that Double Edge is not going to pick up the knockout because Anthony's Amoonguss also has the Focus Sash.
Wow!
And
but
now it's nap time.
As we said, you know, Salamence going to go down for a quick nap.
Yeah. Sometimes we need that.
Jealous.
Sometimes we need that. Anthony definitely holding his own here. He's got a really nice setup. He's got all of his Pokemon still left. The only one that has a damage is that Amoonguss with 1 HP. And now Tapu Lele on the field. That possible Sucker Punch we saw earlier is gone. Not that it really matter in this case, but it also poses a threat to both of Anthony's Pokemon, having a super effective move on both of them. Moonblast for the Yveltal and Psyshock or Psychic for the Amoonguss. Not that it matters about the super effective attack looking at Amoonguss's HP, but still, might as well point it out.
So yes, as we said before, because Psychic Surge has come out, the battlefield has gotten weird, meaning any priority moves will not work.
At all.
So things could get very interesting here.
Yeah. Now I'm curious. So Allan essentially, because Salamence did not take the sleep turn last time, so he has to take the necessary sleep turn this turn. Or switch it out, that works too. But I was thinking, where is that Lele going to hit? Is he going to try and maybe take another Spore, or is he going to just get rid of that Amoonguss as soon as possible?
I would think, you know, that Amoonguss, you know, it can't do much damage, but it can put everything to sleep.
Yeah.
That might be the best way, but that Yveltal can also do way more damage.
Yeah.
So it's a little hard to discern right now what I think the best move should be.
Yeah.
But Anthony taking out that Amoonguss and sending in his Mega Metagross.
And we saw a bit earlier that Allan swapped out his Pokemon for his Primal Groudon, so not the best spot to be in. That Dazzling Gleam did around 50% onto Yveltal. Foul Play coming out from it, gonna connect with the Primal Groudon, get it down.
Taking, that's like what, at least 60% damage
At
right
least.
there?
Yeah.
Oof. That is a lot of damage for that Groudon to take.
I think Allan's got a bit of an advantage here. So go for Dazzling Gleam, you should be able to take a knock on the Yveltal, and then go for Precious Blades to finish off, or Fire Punch, depending on what, or Eruption. Well, not Eruption here, but Fire Punch to knock out the Metagross. Of course, we haven't seen Metagross. Actually, Metagross not going to Mega Evolve this turn, so it kind of gives us the clue that's going to protect here. And there it is. So, kind of scouting out what's going to happen. And there's that Dazzling Gleam.
Tapu Lele going for that Dazzling Gleam into a double protect, meaning nothing happens. And P-Blades as well, Precipice Blades. There we go.
So that's exactly what would really happen. Allan's Tailwind gone now as well.
So now
Mega Metagross, I think, would be fastest out of these if it's speed invested, and if it's carrying Stomping Tantrum, which is common on these now, especially with all these Groudons around. That's not looking good for Allan, but he's gonna switch out his Yveltal for Amoonguss again, and it has some more HP thanks to Regenerator.
And Allan is also switching out his Groudon back into that Salamence.
It doesn't want that to get knocked out. It's a wise play because not only will you end up. It's asleep, but it probably if it end up going through that Stomping Tantrum, you're not going to take any damage, and your Tapu Lele can get a free hit here.
And Dazzling Gleam coming out again, and wow, that was not a lot of damage at all. But as we said, that Stomping Tantrum goes at Salamence, which does not affect it because Salamence is whooshing in the air. I'm sorry, the animation just looks like he's going whoosh.
It does.
Whoosh.
Yep, it really does. Tapu Lele here in a tough spot because Mega Metagross is probably fastest. Salamence doesn't pose a threat. Unless that Tapu Lele could take a Meteor Mash. I don't know if it's going to stay in right here. So that's interesting. Allan's kind of got to keep switching until Salamence wakes up, it feels like. Because either way, either you're going to get hit with a Steel Attack or hit with that Stomping Tantrum. And then you have Amoonguss just put whatever else is there asleep. So.
And Tapu Lele goes to Dazzling Gleam again. And so close to knocking out that Amoonguss, but Salamence is still taking it out, which is a feel. It's a really big feel. Oh! Salamence left with 4 HP after that after the Meteor Mash, and sorry Lele. Lele is also going to sleep after getting hit with that Spore from Amoonguss.
I think Allan got super lucky with that survival there on the Salamence, because now you okay, so here's the thing, unless those Metagross is Bullet Punch, because Salamence is flying, if you use it in the psychic terrain, that would be the way to go here. Other than that, Allan will have to wake up, and if he goes for Hyper Voice, there's a definite shot he'll survive this turn, but Lele has to take the necessary sleep turn. There's the wake up just to protect.
You know what? Hey,
but it woke up.
It woke up.
It woke up.
We got there.
Oh, and it does have Bullet Punch. There you go.
Which goes into that Salamence Protect, and Tapu Lele is still taking a very nice nap. Salamence avoiding the nap this turn, but the Psychic Surge disappearing from the field, meaning that priority moves are back, which could get interesting.
You know, I think if you're Allan here, you gotta hope for Tapu Lele to wake up because I think you're gonna probably want to switch that Salamence out back in the Groudon so Bullet Punch doesn't do a lot, and then get rid of the Amoonguss because you're gonna get spored on the right side no matter what. Yeah, but unfortunately that's down to luck.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. Groudon comes back in, meaning Desolate Land, and extremely harsh sunlight will be coming back out. Although we are lucky here in that the sun is finally setting. Bullet Punch going into that Groudon, and that was like, what, 20 HP?
Oh.
Lele still asleep.
And
there's the Spore onto the Groudon. And Anthony is not pulling any punches for his friend.
No, Anthony is serious about taking his first championship of the season. But you know, in this case, it's Metagross basically like take your pick. Do you knock out the Tapu Lele or you knock out the Groudon? I personally would go for the Tapu Lele because it can wake up this turn. Groudon has to take another sleep turn, so. Yep. But Tapu Lele's gonna swap out, go into that Salamence with like 2 HP, 4 HP, double that.
Yep.
Hey, it's double. It's a lot.
Rage Powder coming out from the Amoonguss, but I don't think that's going to matter. And
no.
Meteor Mash taking care of those last 4 HP for the Salamence. Oh, Groudon.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Groudon created the Earth. Kind of deserves a little nap. Maybe just not right now.
Yeah, it's just not the right time for it.
But Tapu Lele coming back out, and Tapu Lele is, of course, still asleep. But Psychic Surge coming out again with our Psychic Terrain.
This is one of those moments where it's like 80-20, 80% for Anthony, I think, but there's a chance Allan can catch up if both his Pokemon wake up. Groudon gets awake and is able to protect. And then also you have to hope that Meteor Mash misses here, but that's a tough call. But then Tapu Lele is going to stay
still asleep, and Meteor Mash is going to go into that Tapu Lele and completely knock it out. That is rough.
Yeah. And we saw the Stomping Tantrum as well earlier, so with that being 100% accuracy, I believe that's going to give Anthony this game. That's just unfortunate.
Yep, it's very unfortunate, but that is the game.
Well, not unfortunate for Anthony. It is,
yeah,
but it's just
not unfortunate for Anthony.
It's an unfortunate ending. Yeah, it's unfortunate to go down because of all the sleep, because that's something that's a lot of luck based. But there's a Stomping Tantrum.
Stomping Tantrum, and gonna take that last 31 HP from Groudon, meaning that Anthony is going to take game 1. Yeah. Allan is up against a very difficult matchup. He was not able to get a Pokemon from Anthony at all.
No, and I think, again, it's that sleep. And now that I think Allan has realized, okay, he's going to go Sleep Spore, spam. That's going to be kind of the main counter. Like, you're going to like, okay, I got to stop that as soon as possible. So Tapu Lele, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a Tapu Lele lead, but then at the same time, Anthony could go for that same strategy or save it and kind of decide, you know what, I'm going to keep that in the back because he's going to expect that and I can be able to take it out here. So, again, I think Tapu Lele Salamence is probably the lead we're going to see from Allan's side, because that way you can go ahead and try and knock out, or at least get the Amoonguss down to 1 HP and set up Tailwind at the same time. Anthony could go for anything though, because it's just a matter if he expects Allan to expect the Amoonguss. So it's like back and forth.
And both players are taking longer than 30 seconds to lock their battle boxes, so they're both thinking. Anthony makes his choice first. Allan is taking his sweet time.
I kind of want to here, because if you lose this, it's over. Anthony's gonna take the game, so you definitely want to think everything through in advance. I'm going back. I'm thinking maybe we might see Ultra Necrozma, or Dawn Wings Necrozma. If it goes Ultra, then it'll be fast. It can take out the Amoonguss. It possibly can do some damage on stuff like Metagross and Tapu Koko, because it is basing it off Nala's form, so the Dawn Wings form. So that I wouldn't be surprised to see that either. But you never know. Allan could go for whatever to just get into a good spot here. Alright.
There's the move again.
Yep.
And Nihilego and Salamence being Allan's first 2 leads, with Amoonguss and Yveltal coming out from Anthony one more time.
Yeah, that Amoonguss is gonna, again, I feel like it's gonna cause a lot of trouble here. I wouldn't even be surprised. So I know I wouldn't even be surprised if we see a double target on Amoonguss before anything, and then you see Yveltal kind of. I think both of Allan's Pokemon will be the fastest two on the field. It depends on the Yveltal and Nihilego. If the bulk gear Nihilego kind of investing more in special defense, then Yveltal might outspeed it. But if Allan's two are the fastest, a Hyper Voice, Sludge Bomb, or Power Gem combo might be able to get rid of Amoonguss before anything, because you do need the 2 hits thanks to the Focus Sash. It gives Yveltal a free turn, but that might be what you need to do here based on how impactful Amoonguss was in the last match. We only have about 15 seconds before we find out for sure.
Yep.
Allan,
there's our 10-second move timer. Allan is taking his time,
thinking
it through, which I think is a very good strategy for him. Just don't want to run out on move timer.
No, that's gonna do it.
And we are locked, and the Amoonguss is going for that Rage Powder.
So Amoonguss wants to get taken out essentially right now. Nihilego goes for Substitute. Very smart because it cannot be spored and can still attack, especially at the end of this next turn. Salamence did not, it went for Hyper Voice, but unfortunately for Allan, he didn't Mega Evolve it, so it's not a flying type move. It's still normal, and that's going to do very little on them both. And we see the Tailwind from Anthony's side. I wonder if Allan just ran out of time and forgot to click that Mega Evolution.
I wonder too. That is unfortunate.
Yeah. Unless maybe he's trying to save Intimidate for later. I don't know if that really would pay or would have any impact. That's the only, but that's the only reason I can think of not Mega Evolving it. And we saw the Tailwind, so now Anthony's got a really good spot to be in. He can basically, I think we've seen that Dark MZ earlier in the game, so he could save that, or if the Salamence is the biggest threat, then just go straight up, try and knock it out here. Nihilego also has a Z Crystal, I believe we saw, or earlier in the tournament we saw, where it could go ahead and try and knock out that Yveltal. So this could be a battle of the Z Crystals here.
And Salamence finally Mega Evolving into the lovely Mega Salamence. Whoosh.
Whoosh.
And Amoonguss Rage Powdering again, meaning any one-target attacks will go to that Amoonguss. Foul Play coming out onto that Nihilego, but the Substitute taking damage and fading.
Salamence goes for that Hyper Voice now with the Flying type boost added. Still not going to be enough to knock out the Amoonguss, but it is going to be enough to do 50% onto Yveltal. And with the Power Gem combo, that Amoonguss is gone. So Allan doesn't have to worry about sleep anymore.
Yes, and Nihilego's Beast Boost coming in with that special attack bonus.
No,
meaning that Power Gem is just that much more scary.
Which is tough because a lot of Anthony's team definitely is affected by that. You know, right now I think if you're Anthony, you kind of have to keep well, the Metagross ruins that plan, but I was thinking you have to keep Nihilego and maybe protect it because either they're going to try and get rid of Nihilego because it is threatening with its special attack, or they're going to try and get rid of Salamence because it's threatening with its Tailwind. So Anthony has the option to set up either or attack strong or set up Tailwind. But you gotta basically think which one is he gonna try and use this turn, and that will give you the advantage if you're Anthony at least.
And the Metagross is Mega Evolving to Mega Metagross. That was a very interesting alliteration there.
Yeah.
Salamence is going to play it safe and protect this turn. With Nihilego doing the same, I think Allan's trying to figure out what Anthony is doing.
Yeah.
Meteor Mash going into that protect, and Foul Play going into that protect as well.
So double targeting on the Salamence is interesting because they definitely do not want that Tailwind to be set up. But at the same time, if you do that, it gives Nihilego a 3+1 attack. That'll probably get rid of Yveltal, so then you stall out the Tailwind one more time, and you don't have Tailwind yourself. So at this point, that double protect to stall out a turn of Tailwind could really affect the game in a way that that changes the strategy. Even if nothing's changed since the last turn, that one less turn, actually it's the final turn Tailwind, so that's really impactful because if Nihilego is able to knock out that Yveltal, that's it. And we're going to actually see Salamence swap back in, so Allan not going to try and use any type of Tailwind here quite yet.
But Live Card coming out, meaning that we do have Fake Out potential in the next turn. And Metagross, Stomping Tantrum.
4 times.
Bye-bye. And Sorry, Nihiligo.
But, you know, Allan's not in a terrible spot because he does have, now like you said, fake out potential and Salamence, which is a Tailwind setter. So he can fake out Tailwind and prevent the opposing Yveltal from setting up Tailwind as a fake out. So it's not terrible, even though he's down one more Pokemon. Plus, if this Liepard has Foul Play, which is his primary, usually if you're going Liepard, that's what you got as your attacking move. That's going to threaten Mega Metagross because it's got a really high attack stat. So even though it probably won't KO, it'll do some decent damage later on.
And again, we have moves locked. We're
Just waiting here.
just waiting to see what is going on.
I love how it's like, okay, Pokemon, it's Pokemon are like, okay, I need to take a break for like 40 seconds. Just give me 40 seconds to think about what I'm gonna do. Then we'll continue this.
Breathe.
Breathe it, yeah.
Only
Just
breathe every you know, it's
just
like your one time to breathe in your turn.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
is after you've locked moves. But that Mega Metagross going for that protect, keeping it safe from fake out, and going for the double protect, meaning no one is going to be faked out.
No, but it also gives Allan a free Tailwind essentially.
Yep.
But actually, Salaman's gonna go for the double edge first.
It's a very aggressive move.
I wouldn't be surprised if we just see Salamence try and take out Yveltal right off the bat, because that way that would eliminate the chance of Tailwind for good. Plus, I believe Salamence is fastest regardless.
Yep.
And then we'll see the Foul Play, but that might mean... Okay, so I don't know exactly all the moves on the Metagross. I know Ice Punch, I wouldn't be surprised if we see that. It was decent back in VGC 18. So if I don't know, okay, so I don't know. I've seen some Mega Metagross actually carry Ice Punch for like Rayquaza and Mega Salamence, so possibly. Of course, it's kind of a stretch.
I break out. I like just block out any format that we're not playing right now.
Yeah.
Like I had to remember what Volcarona's name was again today.
Oh jeez.
Which I maybe shouldn't have said in public, but I did. Still write it down as Fire Moth. But Metagross going for that Bullet Punch onto that Liepard and. It's holding on with 10 HP.
Liepard's gone.
But then the Sucker Punch coming in and Liepard fainting. Salamence going for that double edge, which will take out that Yveltal, meaning that Anthony does not have Tailwind pressure anymore, but Allan still has his Tailwind. But both players are now down to their last two Pokemon.
So this is going to be interesting because, well, first off, we'll see, we got Groudon coming in from Allan's side, which is going to pose a huge threat to that Metagross. And on Anthony's side, we are going to see that Kyogre. So it's a matter of who's faster here, because whoever's slower, I should say. That means because Anthony's Kyogre slower, the brain is going to stay. Actually not terrible for Allan. Groudon can work under the rain, but Kyogre cannot work under the sun.
Yes.
But really...
Same, Kyogre, same.
Oof, no. I think Anthony has the advantage of the Primordial Seed here for sure. Not over. I think the thing is, it's kind of clear. Well, basically for Anthony, you have to think, do I knock out the Salamence or do I focus on the Groudon? Because if Allan's able to keep both of his Pokemon and get the Tailwind up, that's it. We're actually Kyogre's gonna protect here.
Yep.
So interesting. Salva's going for double edge onto the Kyogre, and Meteor Mash from this Mega Metagross onto the Salamence is gonna get it down to just about less than a third. Precipice Blade's coming out, gonna connect with the Mega Metagross, and
Let's see. That is the RNG of this game.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes it just works in your favor, not here.
Sometimes it doesn't.
No. But it's not over for Anthony. Precipice Blade, single target, plus Hyper Voice. You have to go for that here. There's no other way. Otherwise, it's over pretty much, and Anthony's gonna take the game. But Allan's got a shot with that Hyper Voice Precipice Blades combo. But again, it's luck. Like you said, it's RNG still.
Yep. Sometimes it's just up to the roll of the dice, and that is, again, the game we play. It's frustrating, but yet we still show up. But really, it's more about hanging out with our friends.
It is. And, Bullet Punch coming out from Mega Metagross as well, and that's...
Salamence going down. Ooh.
Handshake's happening, it looks like Anthony's gonna take it. There's the Precipice Blades.
Oh!
Okay!
Oh! Metagross dodging those precipice blades and it doing a bounce.
Oh!
Wow.
Okay.
Groudon, Kyogre, both
Here's
a little
the
bit
thing.
blind right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Here's the thing. Groudon has a shot if it crits Kyogre.
Stomping Tantrum coming out. And only doing a 50% to that Groudon.
Oh, now the Kyogre is... That's the opposite of what needed to happen. The exact opposite.
See, Anthony and Allan decided this game was done, but Groudon and Kyogre didn't. They don't want this game to be over. Origin Pulse coming out, connecting.
Hey, Anthony, Plasencia's gonna take
And they're hugging it out.
Hey.
True friendship, hugging it out.
And with that, Anthony is the first Premier Challenge champion of the 2020 season.
VGC's power couple. Sorry, Tina. Alright, Anthony, come back here one more time.
Take the small chair.
First PC champion of this season. Woo! Alright. Man,
it was crazy there at the end. So first things first, I feel bad because, well, Allan beat me in Swiss the first round, but then he played Hector Thursday just to practice, and I told Hector, send me the replays. I devised a strategy. He actually brought Lipard, which was a huge issue for my team. I played him in Swiss, and it just destroyed Metagross. So I was like, all right, if I can get the Lipard out of the way, the Metagross can just do whatever the hell it wants. And that's why I Z moved into it. I sucker punched it the game one because I was like, I just want it out of the way. But huge props to Allan. I mean, Allan has helped me so much, just like in everything that I've done in Pokemon. Like, he's basically my brother. He's one of my best friends in the community. Like, it was tough to have to beat him for this win. But
wait, why am I handing in the match?
sorry.
No.
You need to sign it. There you go.
Oh yeah, you have to sign it.
Confirm your win.
Yeah.
I'm not handing it in. You do that.
It was very tough. But hopefully, you know, I'm taking it seriously this year, so this is a good start for me.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay, so since I'm not pleased with Allan's answer from last round, so what are you doing for tournament preps? A couple weeks before, week of, night before?
That's a good question. So I've never taken it seriously before. I've always just kind of played like whenever I want. But this is the first time that I tried to really like put my nose to the grindstone in practice. I was playing around about a month before. I told myself I was going to play at least 10 games on Showdown a day. So that equaled 280 games on Showdown that I had to do. And I did all of them. And I lost a lot. Like a lot. You know, but I was telling myself every time, like, it's not about the win, it's not about anything, it's just about like progressing better as a player. So I would honestly say, like, this win, I was telling Dina, my girlfriend, that like whether I won this or whether I scrubbed out, it wasn't going to change my mindset, because like ultimately what matters is the prep that I put into it and not the result. Like, people get too result oriented, and I think that's a bad thing, because you end up down on yourself when you do bad. But like, all that practice still means you're a good player. Like, I'm still the same player today that I was yesterday. Like, nothing changed, you know? So I think it's important to kind of know that.
That's very wise.
All right. So
And
last
congratulations
question.
on the win.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Well deserved.
Last
Sure.
question. The best one. Shout outs. You've already shout out Allan and your lovely girlfriend Dina.
Yeah, Allan, my girlfriend Dina, they're both wonderful. The Truth, which is Hector, Hugo, Brian, Terry, Allan, and Dina. I love you guys. You guys have helped me so much. And of course, once again, my best friend Andy. Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy
hope
birthday,
to see you
Andy!
soon.
Yes.
You know,
We'd
love
love
you
to
to
hang
death,
out
guys.
tonight.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll see you in London.
Yeah, hopefully.
We're gonna hang out at a pub.
Yeah.
Come on, we're gonna have fun in London.
That's not gonna take a lot.
We're
of
gonna drink
convincing
juice.
for me.
All right. So that is it. That is the end of our first
Thank you,
PC
guys.
here, near the end, the tail end of Ultra Series. It was fun. It's very hot.
So we got October, November, December, 3 more months, and
3
Ultra,
more
and that's
months.
it. And then
3
we
more
switch.
months with our DSs.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
those have retired.
Not to hype it up, but I am planning something for our last PC in December to say goodbye to the DS as soon as I get a good idea for it.
Okay.
Gotta have fun with this one. And hold on, one more shout out to the most most important person in SoCal VGC, our lovely T.O. Miguel. Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
The best part about embarrassing him. Yes, we love him very much and all of the prep that he puts forth, and all of our TOs in VGC would not be here without you. And to lovely Unrated Gaming here in Norwalk. We've been here for like, what, 2 years now? Year and a half? Yes, lovely. See, we've even started decorating the Detective Pikachu poster. Yes. All right, well, that is it. I'm Taryn.
I'm Arnie. See you soon.
Have a good night.